So hey guys, this is YZCuber, and today we're going to be taking a look at the MF3RS2M and seeing if it can fill the shoes of the previous generation MF3RS2M. Before we start, a huge thanks to Cubenation for sponsoring today's video. Cubenation has the latest speed cubing products at the best prices, so if you're a cuber in Bangladesh, be sure to check them out with the link in the description below. Let's get the basic information out of our way first. It was released during January of 2019. It's $14.99 on the Cubicle and 1,350 taka on Cubenation. It's the 3x3 magnetic flagship of Mofeng Jiaoshu, and it's the third iteration of the immensely popular RS series. It's 56mm when it comes to its dimensions, weighs 92.8 grams, and it's found in stickered black and stickerless. The stickerless shades are very close to half brights, and the same can be said about the stickered shades. On to what I don't like about this cube. The cube feels quite dense and there is a lot of friction even after setup. The out-of-the-box feel is quite disappointing when you compare it to the MF3RS2M right out of the box. And that's pretty much it for the cons. Now let's get into the performance, starting with how I set it up. I tightened the cube about 2 stops, then found it to be a bit limiting when it came to corner cutting. Hence, I loosened it a bit and added more heavy loop to slow it down to my preferred speed. I used Moyo Loops V1, V2, and Traxxas 30K, applying 30K where the corner base and edge bases meet, as well as on the core. I put in some V1 to add a silky feel and speed it up a bit. Finally, I sped it up a lot with some V2. I finally loosened the cube even more, and it seems that it was entirely unnecessary to deviate from the out-of-the-box tensions. You don't really need to mess around with the tensions, just set it up with the same way I did with the loops and you're good to go. The feel after breaking in was lightly soft and crispy. It was quite loud and the friction gave it a slightly sluggish feel. The cube is very unstable due to the more blocky design, and that can make it a bit unwieldy when trying to spam TPS in some occasions because it tends to hold its shape a lot. Overall, if I had to describe it in one word, the cube feels very rounded out. Performance-wise, I did get very close to my normal times when it came to my average, and once broken in, I got my actual average times. My turning style is fast but accurate, and when it comes to the last layer phase, I tend to spam TPS and abandon my accuracy altogether, and after setup, I had no issues when it came to that aspect, even though out of the box it was quite uncontrollable. Corner cuts were 45 degrees and line to line. In the end, to conclude, this is a great deal at $14.99, and if you like the feel, it's definitely quite a hard cube to beat. So who is this for? If you want a rounded feeling cube on a budget that's capable of giving you great performance on par with flagships, then this cube is perfect. It's not a better deal than the YJ Yulong V2 or the Kylan V2M by any means. However, this is definitely a great option if you have the extra money to spend on this. This isn't by any means as revolutionary as the MF3RS2, but it's still an amazing cube nonetheless. With that being said, that does it for today's review, and I'll see all you beautiful people in the next one. Bye!